Oh, jeez. Yeah, so I was making a sandwich yesterday, and I was going for the Dijon mustard, and God says, no, don't put Dijon mustard on your sandwich. And I'm going, why not? And he goes, you'll see. You'll see. Don't do it. I said, I'm going to put Dijon mustard on my sandwich. He says, you won't have any. I said, I'll buy more. I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow. And it's like, I got like half a bottle, and there's another one right there, fully open. So anyways, I go to work today, and the guy that I'm working with, he goes, hey, did you hear? Like, all the mustard seeds are dying. There's going to be no mustard. And I didn't even, I wasn't even thinking. And then at the end of the work, they said it again. And I'm going, hey, God, we just had this discussion. And that's my entire life. That's like every single day of my life. This is just something we could relate to. It's funny because that literally happened yesterday. Goes, don't put Dijon mustard on your sandwich. I'm like, don't put Dijon mustard on my sandwich. I went to work, ate those sandwiches. Made the sandwiches, same thing this morning. Guy at work, hey, you hear all the mustard seeds are dying? On the radio, all the mustard seeds are dying. Anyways, God's butchering all the crops because you guys aren't doing anything about the homosexuals. That's literally the reason why. You know how corrupt it is that you neglect to address the political corruption that is the perversion of children in schools by your tax funding, or your tax funding go to war, or just your tax funding being misappropriated and used for capitalism to extort people into being dependent on the private class? You are so culpable for that. You think, what? God's gonna butcher us all by killing our crops every single year? He wouldn't do that. He hates you. Of course he would. The reason why God talks to me on a regular basis every single day about just ridiculous things, and the reason why he plays games with me and everything. I've never liked capitalism. I've never liked money. I've never liked cutting grass with petrol. I've never liked adultery. I've never liked disrespecting or somehow dishonoring my parents in a literal context, as opposed to you're going to misconstrue those words to make honor and respect mean what you want it to mean, so that we can seem like it's some form of holding them higher than they deserve to be held. I hated the context of everything that was to be hated about everything. Yeah, I may not have been perfect. I may not have known what exactly to do in order to emulate better perfection. But I wasn't a fucking idiot. And as a consequence of that, I was an A student without listening or doing my homework. I was top tier at everything, whether it was athletic or intellectual, dexterity, anything. I was fantastic at everything. And the reason why is because I've got the brain capacity dedicated to that process, because I'm not preoccupied with being a bigoted piece of shit. If by the end of the day you're thinking, you know what, cutting grass with non-renewable resources, somehow you can plausibly excuse that in some respects somewhere on the planet, no you fucking can't. You know what you just did to your brain? You turned it fucking off, and it's not going to turn back on for anything. If you think it's super impressive that you're able to cognate this or that and think, hey man, I really prospered there. Well, if you're driving yourself deep down into a hole, you should really reconsider how well you're driving that thing. Because what you're probably going to find out is, yeah, you were driving real good down deep into that hole, but you really fucked yourself in regards to everything else going on out there. And that's why, if God's not playing with you, God's not playing with you. God is the God who hates bigots. He hates those insolent douchebags. He hates the arrogant. He hates the indolent. He hates those people. And he's killing your crops, particularly, specifically, today, because you're allowing people to pervert children. So you're culpable for that, because this is a democracy.